Hello YouTube, this is Mr. Android HQ, and I'm really glad to be back. I'm feeling a little bit better, blah blah blah, whatever. This is like the only time I'll have a week to record. Wow, that came out wrong. This is the only time I'll actually have time to record this week, until maybe Friday. So don't expect another video until then. But today I'm doing a suggestion. I forget the exact name, but it's Damian Walker, something like that. He suggested a while ago. I got really busy and caught up with everything, but he suggested that I do a review of the top 10 free apps for Android, and I'm using this on an Android tablet, but all of these apps you can also get for an Android phone. So let me just get started here. I have like a wide range. They're not just my They are not just my favorites, they are also very popular ones. This one is called Leo's RC Simulator. Basically, it is what the name implies. It is a remote control simulator. What I like about it is it's actually really realistic as far as physics go. Graphics aren't the best, and it's not like the most high quality planes and stuff, but the physics of the game are really nice. They're very realistic, and also what you can do. Alright. Oops. You can also get add-ons. Where are they? Here. And accept. You can download planes. You can download, I think, new sceneries, stuff like that. Actually, I believe it's all. Yeah, it's all planes. But you can get new planes, and there's tons of them. You can adjust things on them, like the speed and stuff, and it's a lot of fun to play around with if you like RCs. Next one's Minecraft Pocket Edition. This is demo. In the demo, the main downsides of the demo are you only get half the blocks, and you cannot save or load worlds. You have to start a new one every time. Other than that, it's the same as the full version. If you don't know what Minecraft is, get yourself out of the hole you're living in, because it's one of the most popular games in the world, pretty much. Basically, you just build, and it's not survival mode. It's more like the creative mode, except there's not all the blocks even to call it creative mode. But here's what you get in the demo. On the full version, you get things like stairs, the sugar canes or reeds or whatever they call them now. But I mean, you get enough in this. Of course, there's like a few downsides. The little hotbar down here, it's only got 3 things. Everything's infinite. The torches don't put off very much light. There's no monsters. It doesn't get dark. But I mean, other than that, for a mobile version and for it being in its very early stages of development, it's a good app. And it will, without a doubt, get a lot better as time goes on and as they improve this. They didn't give an exact time frame, but they did say they were going to make this exactly like the full game that there is right now. So, I mean, you can expect easily within a year for it to be caught up to what it is now, which would mean it would have survival probably in about 2 months. So if you're looking for that, you can get it. Full version costs $7. This is Fruit Ninja. Everybody knows Fruit Ninja. No really need to explain it. You slice fruit. That's all you do. It's really nothing to it other than slicing fruit, and if you get bigger combos, you get more points. That's all you do, really. There's nothing else I can talk about that. But you get... I'll just lose it for a sec. Blah blah blah, game over. Don't care. Quit. But you get like this dojo thing where you get different blades that you can unlock, which is pretty cool. So you have all these like challenges to get better blades. And then they also have the full version, which is HD for phones. I believe that's like $1, and then they have a tablet version, which is like $2, and then they also have a Tegra optimized tablet version, which is also, I believe, around $2 or $3. I'm not sure exactly on the price. This next one's Glow Hockey 2. There is a classic, or just a Glow Hockey regular, same company, but that doesn't have 2 players, so I would highly recommend you get Glow Hockey 2. Basically, it's air hockey. It's very colorful, and it's really just fun if you have like a friend you want to play hockey, whatever, with. That's really, I mean, the only reason you should get that. Next, Angry Birds, another game that everyone knows. If you don't, I don't know what to say, quite honestly. So I'm not going to really go into depth about this. But if you are not familiar with Android, Angry Birds, all three of them are free on Android, the full versions. I'm not going to get into why, but blah blah blah, they are free. So, like on the iPod Touch and iPad, you have to pay $1 for the full versions for each one. But here they're free, so I would highly recommend getting them. Because it is fun, and all you do is you shoot birds and you try to kill the pigs because the pigs stole the birds' eggs or something like that. Don't know the story, whatever. But whenever you beat the level, you get more points for the birds that are left over. You get a score, and as you go on, there's different birds you get that have special powers. This one's called Lanesplitter. I'm not going to rotate it just because I'm too lazy. But I'll just do this for a second. Basically, it's like one of those games that can go on forever if you're good enough, kind of like a Doodle Jump, except it's different. You're going on a road, and you tilt the steer, and you just have to avoid traffic, and there's cars that change lanes. You eventually get to like heavy traffic areas. You can do wheelies like this, and there's like cops that'll come after you, and if you crash like that, you lose. So you just have to go as far as you can. Next one, Stupid Zombies. This is another really good one. It's especially good for tablets, but I mean good for phones too. Basically, there's a bunch of levels. There's like, it's a ridiculous amount of levels. All you do is you drag your finger to aim, you use the crosshairs to aim, and you shoot, and you want to kill the zombies. You get more points for headshots and for the bullets you have left over. And then again, as you go on, there's like bomb bullets, there's like triple shot, there's ones that shoot like 4 in a line, there's all sorts of ones that you can get. This next one's called Real Blackjack. Again, I'm not going to rotate it. It'll just be like this for a second. The only thing that bothers me about this is the intro. I don't know why, it's just so slow and annoying. But basically, it's just blackjack, like any other blackjack. You know, deal, hit again, stand, oh no, stand. But the reason I like this so much is because, first of all, if you're new to blackjack, it gives you advice, like what you should do. So, I don't know why that would say stand, but sorry about that, my camera just died. So anyway, what I was talking about is this app. It's just like a regular blackjack app. You play, as I said, there's advice if you don't know what to do. But the reason I like this so much is because I like to learn how to count cards. I don't actually do it. I'm only 16, but I like to learn how. So what you do is you can actually pick a method from the settings. There's 4 different methods. And here it gives you a little counter. So you play for 10 hands, and then you check your count to make sure it's right. And if you're doing it right, that's good. Then you keep going. And it just helps you keep on track, and it makes it so you don't mess up so often. I found it really helpful. Like when I actually do play seriously, like on this, I end up pretty much doubling my money every time. So that's pretty awesome. Also, you may notice there's a new app here because, well, my camera battery is charging. I got a new app. So now this is the top 11 free Android apps. Come on, open up. Here we go. This next one's called Air Control. Before you say anything, yeah, I know there's an app called, I believe, Flight Control or Air Traffic Controller or something similar to this. That was the original. But whatever, I didn't like that one very much. I like this one a lot better. This is the free version. Basically what you do is you land these planes, you give them landing patterns. Blue ones go to the short runway, helicopters go to the helipad, and red planes go to the longest runway. With the free version, you get 2 maps. If you buy it, you get all 4, and it removes these advertisements up top. But this game's like just so much fun. You can go on for hours and hours just trying to get better and better at it. and it's a lot of fun to do. It's like such a simple concept, and yet it gets really hard once you get over around 50 planes you've landed. They come more and more often, and eventually gets to the point where it's just chaotic, and you're telling one plane to go one way, and then they're about to crash, so you have to move them, and it gets pretty crazy. But that game's a lot of fun. This next one's called X Construct. This one's just a basic bridge building physics kind of game. You just get these beams, and you make the bridge. It really couldn't be any simpler, but the levels do get pretty tough. When you're done, you hit play. It has to support the train. But I mean, as you go on, the gaps get bigger, you get less materials to build with, so it gets harder. You have to have better designs. So I mean, that's pretty fun to play around with if you just get bored. So like, I mean, already, this one's almost twice as long. But I mean, you get the point. On this last one that I just got, right, X Construct, it's also light version, the free version, I believe it costs $1 or $2. This one's called World of Goo. This is the free version. If you had a Wii, you probably, and if you ever got Wii points, then you probably got this game, because it was like the most popular game ever for Wii that you download. The full version of this is $3. I'm not sure what the restriction of the free version is right now. I believe you just get this like one stage, though. That would be my guess. But let me just start the first one. Basically, you get these little goo dots, and you use them to build. So you drag them, and as you can see, there's like a thin white line, and that's where the connections are made. There's different kinds of goos as you go on that you'll find, and you just basically want to get them up to that little vacuum thing and get as many as you can. And you want to get extras because with every extra you get more to use in the free play mode. So as you'll see over here in a second, it says +0 because I already played and I already got 9. But actually I think I got 10 last time, but whatever. But normally if I got 9 and the goal was 4, you get +5. And that would mean when you go here to World of Goo Corporation, which you unlock after about 3 levels, you get that many more goo balls to build with. And this, you just basically want to build as high as you possibly can. So I mean, obviously the more you have, the more of an advantage you're at. You basically just try and you end up building the biggest pyramid you possibly can. But I mean, that's still fun to do. Here's like a little bit harder of a level. Different goo balls. Yeah, different goo balls on this one. These guys are, they can make 3 connections, I believe, and they can make farther connections than the others. And you can also remove them after you place them. So I could go like that and take him out. So I mean, you basically get the point. It's a lot of fun to play with. And you also get these things called flash bugs. In case you screw up, you can go back in time. So let's say I took this one out. Flash bug. You do usually have to use a bunch in like rapid succession, because they only go back about like 3 seconds each. But I mean, this is a really fun game. Again, full version is $3, but the free version is plenty of fun, trust me. So here it is. These are what ended up being 11 of my, and pretty much everyone's favorite free Android apps. I understand they might not be your favorites, but these are pretty much my favorites, so I think they're all pretty good games, and I think that you should give them all a shot if you have time and if you have an Android device. As I said before, none of these are tablet-only apps, so if you do have a cell phone, they will work on them. And most of them do have, actually about half of them have full versions you can buy. But that's pretty much it, so thank you for watching. I'm sorry about the big gap in the no videos, but whatever, I'm back now. So yeah, thanks again for watching. Please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and please check out my other channel. It's called Magma Rhino. I do only stuff on the Asus Transformer there. So if you have an Asus Transformer, I recommend you give that a look. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you later.